compensation. Apparently, Pixie was hopeful from the beginning that
but these were messages from Aaron to President Sunday. If she did that, which I doubt, that would be incredibly misleading. She's wanted an incredible amount of money from the start, and I have repeatedly but gently told her that she will not get the sum she wants. There is no legal basis for her getting a $1 million payout, which she repeatedly discussed with me.
she could get as much as a $1 million payout from Destiny, which Straight Raid had to repeat.
These were messages Kyla and Pixie exchanged on December 18th. Kyla was telling Pixie that she should talk to Steven IRL about the whole ordeal, but then said scheduling issues prevented the conversation. But she also says every time she's tried to ask for details via messages, he's not engaged. But I think that's a lie, obviously. And for context, Pixie wanted to sue for a lot more money. Pixie wanted to sue for a lot of money, literally $1 million, but I told her that amount isn't realistic.
Talk her down from. The condition of this financial compensation is, of course, Pixie's continued silence. This would seem to imply that Pixie's decision to not go public is not because she is afraid of the repercussions, or else she wouldn't be threatening Destiny directly with legal action or public denunciations, but because she wants to profit personally off of extorting Destiny, who also, it must be remembered, is a victim of revenge porn. Destiny may be the one responsible for the leaker having the images in the first place, but he, albeit of these intimate.
I thought there were more. Maybe that was just from Beckett's video is what I'm thinking of.
Destiny leaks and ask her to check in on Pixie, as even at that point people were beginning to spec. Sunday becomes concerned with Pixie's approach and tactics, noting that that's like every wrong decision she could make, now it's content. The concern generally be
You're preaching to the choir. I've told her repeatedly that denying it basically wasn't an option and she just shut it, but she didn't listen. I'm talking to myself, mostly because I'm annoyed and can't tell anyone else. LOL, same. I know you did. I'm so frustrated with her, but I don't see how getting upset with her for doing this will lead to anything other than making her feel bad. I think at this point it was pretty obvious that she was starting to get advice from somebody else. She was probably talking to Lauren, and I think that's what Aaron is frustrated about here.
Being that this was only reinforcing people's opinions that she was the one in the leaks, and driving people to investigate deeper. Straight Raid would describe this as Sunday preaching to the choir. Importantly, it was around this time
Kyla was asking me for details earlier, blank, 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 and she asked what Pixie's doing, but then she asked if Pixie knew he took the video, and if she consented to it being shared. I don't know why she would ask me that. My answer could be no on both counts, and she would not change a thing, LOL. There's no way Kyla didn't immediately message him when all this happened.
That not so erudite would reach out to Straight Raid. She asked how Pixie is doing, but then she asked if Pixie knew he took the video and if she consented to it being shared. I don't know why she'd even ask me that. My answer could be no on both counts, and she would not change a thing, LOL. It's quite obvious that in the opinions of both Straight Raid and Sunday turned position at knowledge when Straight Raid brings up in contact with isms of us without money.
This Fairy Queen person is crazy. This is the person I think who said that they met me in real life, or that I was harassing them by spamming phone calls, but I never, I've never talked to this person my entire life. Just, this person was crazy.
Much comment. Though I would like to point out at this point, he is
mind open intersect
and explaining that
according to what, okay, so Dan contacted Pixie a couple weeks ago as well. I don't know anything about their conversation. According to what she told me, he basically said, ask Steven for a reasonable amount of money and he'd probably pay it, plus wanted her to convince him to not take legal actions against Kiwi Farms, which he's considering. Lycan and I are driving back from Texas, won't be home until later tonight. Pixie wants to go public before the end of January, and I don't know what to tell her because there's pros and cons to both. Oh, it's funny because even President Sunny knows this is blackmail. Tell her under no circumstances to do this. Dan is a fucking moron. Oh, I guess President Sunday thought that Dan was trying to get Pixie to blackmail me so that I could attack Pixie for blackmailing me, but Pixie blackmailed me all on her own, which was funny.
He and Kyla have been in field that reached Pixie, well as trying to get Pixie to persuade Steven not to not so erudite.
Let's see. This is Pixie wanted to sue for a lot of money, literally $1 million. And she's discouraged from pursuing a legal route after speaking with a lawyer who specializes in cybercrime/revenge porn, and they told her that the hacker is at more fault legally than Steven, which is why she wants to go public about it. She feels like there's not going to be any legal justice, and she doesn't want him to get away with it.
Right. And
remember, at the end of the day, the only person that would help Pixie was a family friend, basically, so.
Pixie, Million, and Pixie had a chance to say whether Pixie had DMs to herself. So it is that the video from...
For some reason, Kyla gets maligned in all of this, even though Kyla was just trying to help Pixie the entire time, which is... I was going to say funny, but not really. It's actually pretty sad.
Monan's Hatcher, in response, is that she's as a go her back as a remote pig isolation and but on to day.
Also, Steven wasn't aware that Dan was contacting Pixie from what she could tell. Oh, because I told everybody, don't talk to me about this. She could go to court, so fuck off. Additional context, Pixie was saying that if her parents found out, she would kill herself. Tell her to keep cool, she's gonna be right. I did. She's calmed down since then and hasn't repeated anything related to suicide since. What do you think of Kyla's messages to her? I know Pixie's delusional to think she could get that sort of money, but I guess I thought Kyla's tone was off when addressing monetary compensation. She made it sound like Pixie was wrong to even expect any money.
Doing this as she enforced
Pixie wanted that. She was basically trying to use Kyla as a liaison. Dumb. Pixie's really dumb. You and I have to assume that if we deal with her straightly, she will make a very stupid decision. Probably, but even if convince her to not go the route she's currently planning, I consider that a win. Right now, she's thinking a twit longer plus a GoFundMe for legal fees. While I do think some people hate Steven enough to open their wallet and donate to what could be a legal headache, I don't think it's a good idea because of how Pixie is. No one can lose sympathy faster than her, and Cathal's poisoned people's ability to fundraise for stuff like that.
Pixie does like straight that have been further.
I sent this to her the same week they got leaked. Why is she talking to Kyla then? That's how she found the lawyer, through reading this plus some other resource, because she started to get impatient and was discouraged by what the other two lawyers she spoke to said. Jesus, does the conversation continue? Between her and Kyla, not sure. That's all she sent.
And I'll emphasize on to Bill her to commence. She may get. It once again returns who works for Kiwi Farms.
Yes, there's no way tonight. Let me find them. Okay. She was threatening to kill herself to him, but she told me this wasn't serious. It was just to get his attention. I really want to see that message, those messages. And I fucking hate that this fucking cunt didn't give me anything related to their conversation, because I think that there was a lot more scheming between her and Lauren, and I think that she would have revealed to Aaron that I will never get to fucking see because she hid all of it. But so this is Aaron saying that Pixie was threatening to kill herself to Steven, but Pixie told me that it wasn't serious. It was just to get his attention.
Conversation between straighter days until
update. She sent me a statement that she wants to publish, but it's terrible. So Pixie, remember this. Pixie said that she was forced to go public with everything because President